In this day and age, we have come to find that our resources are rather limited. There are warnings of lacks in major resources that make our current lifestyle possible. We have established means of finding these resources that are not only dangerous for the human population but also deplete what is left of our current supply of resources. The specific non-renewable resources I will be discussing are gas and oil. The developed method of obtaining gas and oil is called hydraulic fracturing, more commonly known as fracking. As I am working towards earning a bachelor's degree in environmental science, I feel very strongly about this topic. Throughout this speech, I will be discussing the process, history, and dangers of fracking. Before I begin my spiel in regards to fracking, I am going to explain how fracking is done. Fracking has been analyzed by many different sources. All of the sources I have used have definitions that are relatively all the same. According to BBC News, the method of fracking is a technique designed to recover gas and oil from shale rock. Fracking is the process of drilling down into the earth before a high-pressure water mixture is directed at the rock to release the gas inside. Similarly, Oil Prices online website has defined fracking as a drilling technique that has enabled oil and gas producers to extract oil and natural gas from shale rock. Oil Price also claims that this form of obtaining oil is a technological breakthrough which has enabled the United States to become the world's largest oil and gas producer and will enable the United States to become energy independent by the year 2020. Another site that I have discovered, which is aware of the dangers posed by fracking, is called dangersofracking.com. This particular site defines fracking as the process of drilling and injecting fluid into the ground at a high pressure in order to fracture shale rocks to release the natural gas inside. All of these previous sources and definitions all recognize fracking and have set a solid definition as to what it is. Since I have laid out a solid understanding of what the process of fracking is, I am now going to go into the history of this process. The history of this process, called fracking, is a controversial topic because some believe it to be a newly developed method. Most people don't know that it has been around for about a century. It has just become more prominent because of the lack in ability to obtain natural gas from other common methods. According to Oil Prices online website, the history of fracking can be traced back to 1862. The discovery was made by Colonel Edward Roberts when he realized that firing explosive artillery in a narrow canal could open up a battlefield. At that time, this process was described as superincumbent fluid tamping. The discovery of this process led to further innovations for obtaining natural gas. According to whatisfracking.com, this type of drilling has been used commercially for 65 years and entails cutting-edge technologies that are mostly responsible for surging United States oil and natural gas production. GeoXPro has also noted that fracking is not a new method. It has just been more prominently used in recent times, giving people the impression that it is a new technology. This source claims fracking to be used as early as 150 years ago, so that one's even older than the last source. Although fracking has been around for a good amount of time, it does not mean that it should be used frivolously and without caution. Fracking has posed dangers not only to the earth and its resources, but also to the general human population. BBC News has noted that fracking uses large amounts of water and also creates potential for groundwater contamination due to the high-pressure force that is used to release the natural gases. BBC News has also recognized the worries that the fracking process can cause small earth tremors, so small earthquakes. In 2011, there were 2 small earthquakes in Blackpool that followed the use of fracking. CNET has followed up a YouTube post made by a man in North Dakota who was able to set his tap water on fire due to the process of fracking. The man who set his tap water on fire works in the oil fields of North Dakota and claims that this fiery phenomenon is a direct result of fracking. Water is a limited resource due to the Earth's overwhelming population, and contaminating the little bit that we still have is detrimental to the future for the human population. These freakish, fearful phenomenons give good reason to believe that fracking poses dangers to the human population. I have given multiple definitions of fracking from different sources, a brief history of fracking, and results of fracking that exemplify its dangers. I hope that an understanding of what it takes to maintain our current lifestyle, along with the dangers it poses, has been solidified.